So I have a storied past with regards to the 4th of July. It's not my favorite holiday, and you're going to learn why. When I was about 10 years old, my aunt and her husband lived in Fargo on the river. And so the whole Geinhert clan descended on their house for a big 4th of July family reunion shindig. And the evening rolls around, and their house was situated on a little bit of an incline so that the home itself was on the top of this hill, and then there was the hill, and then at the base of the hill was where the river was, and then there was a swimming pool. They were affluent. And so all of the adults and the really little kids were sitting at the top of the hill on the patio watching the fireworks. And then like a couple of adults and us hooligan-aged children were at the base of the hill helping set off the fireworks. And I was not of an age to be able to help actually set them off, but I thought that I should be down there because that's where the cool stuff was. And so we had those white patio lawn chair furniture, okay, which I now also have a storied relationship with. And so we were sitting in these chairs, and we were sitting on the grass, right? Because it was on a hill. And so in order to set off the fireworks, we had like a cement block that was sitting on the grass that we were setting the fireworks off on, which theoretically should have been fine. Should have been. So we were setting off. Everything was going fine. It was lots of fun. And then we got to this one. It was part of the Dakota series. I believe that it was called Dakota Storm. And it was a multi-shot artillery shell that fizzed and whistled when it went up, and then pow. It was beautiful, except that it tipped over. Yeah. And so utter chaos, because all of these are shooting off into the children. And and so they're coming, and I watch one of them fizz and whistle and streak past my brother and explode by his head, which distracted me from the fact that one was coming straight at me. And it lands between my legs and explodes. And I took off. I was informed that I looked like both a firefly shooting up the hill because my rear end was on fire, and that also I was running faster than any Olympic athlete ever could have hoped to. And so I'm running with no sense of what to do, because they train you as a child that you stop, drop, and roll with it. See? My sister told me to say that. So anyway, but in moments of panic, that's gone. So I'm just running, and my father tackles me to the ground and starts hitting my butt to put the fire out, and he rushes me inside and is gonna throw me into a cold shower to stop the burning. But I had just got new sandals, and I was 10 years old, and they were leather. And I had been informed by my mother that under pain of death, you do not get these wet. And I was not going to get them wet, Dad. And so I made him take my shoes off before he would put me in the shower to make my butt stop burning. And he did, and he says that to this day, he's still pissed at himself about that. We were both so anxious that seemed like the logical thing to do to him as well. So he did, he put me in the shower, and we got me calmed down, we took me to the emergency room. Fun fact, you don't stop burning for like a long time. And so I went into the emergency room that night and had 2nd-degree burns. And the next morning I had 3rd-degree burns because it keeps burning. And so I will tell you that at 10 years old, I had the spectacular privilege of testing all of the first generation like Go Girls. Yeah, because my mother worked full time and I had like 3rd-degree burns on my bum, and you can't get that wet. So every time I had to go to the bathroom, I either had to figure out some other way to do that or call my mom and have her come home and change my bandage. And I will have you know that the first generation Go Girls were not effective. So I feel like I'm the reason they work now.